Still here, my friend. I know the fucks out there. He like call you home. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, little chop go to me. Tear one tissue, no tear, no tissue, got an issue. Don't clap me, I peep niggas peace. Front row seat, even if you don't speak. Tell them partner, I hear you loud and clear. Fingerprint, you ain't gotta be there. I'm just waiting until you dig a hole big enough to put your whole body in, and I'm gonna body them. It's nothing but a hobby to him. Simple as serve and body to him. Niggas like hoes, once you get that old boy, I kill a pup and at least pedal alive. Why not wait to catch you all together before you dig one big hole, one time? Wanted to get some money when you
Good evening.
Hey, I just want to reiterate the fact. I know I'm cold-blooded. Let me adjust this so y'all can get a little more again, a little less of her until we start the real deal. Hey, look, I just want to reiterate the fact that I personally, if you want to sue somebody, you can sue Janae, but I personally do not own the rights to this music. So I just want to put that out there.
What's your name is on?
That's okay. I still don't own the music. What's up, everybody, man? Glad y'all jumping in, jumping on. Glad y'all giving us a watch, giving us a view. Thank y'all for doing so. Now, tonight we'll be able to see everybody's comments on, I know sometimes you'll type in your stuff from the Facebook side, but it shows up depending on which one you're watching, either on my live or on the StreamYard live. StreamYard, what StreamYard does is it take us to all the other venues that we're on, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, because we're on a total of 8, if I'm not mistaken. So what StreamYard does is that it takes us to all the other venues that we are a part of. So depending on where you put your comments when you're watching, it may or may not show on my screen, but now I got both screens available again. Something's wrong with the laptop, so we're having to use an iPhone along with the wonderful Android that I love so much. So, oh, that's Android too?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Girl, please, you better be trying to get a damn sponsorship. Talking about unfortunately. So look, I wanted to start the show out tonight, man. People that know me already know, like, man, for 31 years, I coach youth football. I did youth sports here in Southeast Houston. Unfortunately, this morning I got a call about 7 o'clock that, man, we lost a legend in this thing, man. A guy that had been around forever. I know some of y'all are familiar with some of the teams that's been out here because you come up with them. The MLK Oilers, and they turned into the MLK Texans. When the Texans came around, they let go of the Oiler nickname. But a guy who was with them for a long time, man, Mr. John Morgan, unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, was called home to be with God this morning. Man, Morgan, like myself, was a staple in this community when it came to youth football. Man, you know, hey, we bumped heads many a day when it came to football, but then we'd sit under the tree and drink us a Michelob Ultra after everything was all over and the kids were gone for the day. You know, that's the difference in today's game of youth athletics and the game back when we were establishing ourselves with the Southside Cowboys. Man, there's no camaraderie amongst organizations and coaches anymore. Everybody hates everybody if it's not about their group. But man, Morgan was a great guy. A lot of them guys who I know for a fact, Marco, that's the president over there with the Southside Ducks, he raised Morgan pretty much through the youth game. Morgan calls him Pops. That's his dad. That's how he looks at it, man. And unfortunately, this brother was called home. I got that call, like I said, 7 o'clock this morning. I heard he passed about 4 a.m. And it's eerie to me because back in October 2nd, you know, I had a scare medically, and it was exact same situation, 4 in the morning. So when I heard that this had happened to this brother at 4 o'clock in the morning, man, it kind of shook me up a bit, man. Just to see guys that mean so much to the community uh, pass on. So we got to figure out a way to get Johnny in. I mean, to get Di in here. Um, but what we're gonna do tonight, man, it's gonna be a ladies' night. I got another young lady joining me. I had a third lady because I wanted three different age groups tonight. As we talked about situations and circumstances, I wanted three young ladies. Unfortunately, I'll have two beautiful young ladies joining me on tonight's show. We're trying to get Daisha in here now. She's running a little behind, but we're trying to get her in here. But at any rate, man, my prayers and uh, everything go out to Coach Morgan's family. That brother will be missed. He will definitely be missed. Marco and all the people over with the Southside Ducks, man, that came through with Coach Morgan, man. My heart go out to you, brothers. Uh, hey, make him proud by doing what you do, by caring for the kids. Uh, yeah. So my heart go out to Coach Morgan and his family with the MLK Texans and Oilers, because he was an old MLK Oiler as well. And so my heart go out to him. That brother's gone home to be with the Lord, and we'll keep the family in our prayers as they move forward. Look, so on another note, let me give a little introduction to the show and kind of what we doing with this and where we go. First and foremost, let me say this. I watched the deal today from Joel Osteen that some of y'all might be able to relate to. Uh, Pastor Osteen spoke on family members or people who appear to be friends, basically wolves in sheep clothing, who say they with you, that pat you on your back, that hug you, but they try and keep their foot in your ass or keep a knife in your back when they patting you, or they got the knife hiding behind their back ready to stab you. Um, Man, again, on my youth football thing, man, I did youth football for 31 years. Loved every minute of it, gave all my heart. Some people supported me family wise wholeheartedly. It's like, you know, I've got a cousin, man. I love my cousin dearly, Nicole. She's more like a sister to me because of my mom raising her, stepping in as a aunt that was a little more active than probably most aunts in her life. Um, like her daughter cheered in my organization. Like everything we did or we do as a family, like that's the one thing she's gonna always support me. I'm always support her. Uh, in times, man, when things just ain't right, we try to get each other's back at that point. The one thing I can count on during my 7 day spread from Monday to Sunday or Sunday to Saturday, depending on how you look at your week, man, if I don't talk to Nicole every day, it ain't gonna be more than 2 days go by that Nicole ain't gonna hit me up. Hey, cousin, and I'll call her. Cut right, you know. But man, that's how family should be. Family should support one another. Family should love one another. It's just that sometimes, Trinice, I'm mad at you because I want to get you on this show tonight. Um, it's just that sometimes with family, man, you always got that one or two maybe people in the family that's just so negative that nobody really want around. They always looking for the worst of the worst in every worst situation. Man, it's like you'll go through my posts to try and find something. The stuff I posted, what's today? Wednesday? Stuff I might have posted on Sunday. And a lot of stuff I post, y'all read them. A lot of y'all comment on them. Be jokes and be episodes from other stuff that may be trilogies that other people have posted that I've stolen, that somebody else stole, and I just repost it, or I change it into my own view or my own words. But people are trying to take, and it's a shame that family do this to you, try to take stuff you post and turn it to a negative light and use it against you. It's like, about them. Or make it about them. But it's like, when you ain't giving nothing to them in the moment as much as you've given, they want to attack you. And it's like crazy that I ran across this today from Joel Osteen, who said, don't worry about who hates you, because as long as they're hating you, God's going to continue to bless you, to give them more and more and more ammunition to hate you for. Some of y'all missed that.
It's either amen or ouch.
Yeah, people who hating on you, people who got something negative for no apparent reason, nothing. You haven't done nothing to this person. But you will scour my Twitters. I don't have a Twitter. I'm just using this as an example. But you will scour my Twitter, my Facebook to find a post and come back and use that post and turn it into something negative to fit your narrative. But what I was hit with today, did we ever get Daisha?
No, she hadn't seen somebody. She hadn't.
Come on, Daisha. But what I found out today is that the more they hate you, the more God gonna just continue to bless you. Give them more. The God gonna give them more ammunition to hate you for and about than what you ever even intended. Because a lot of stuff, when people come at you with crazy crap, sometimes, man, it really can be damaging and it really can be hurtful. It really can be hurtful because that's not the intent, or that's not the mindset that you would even think somebody would be coming at you with. You would think a family member would be coming at you with nothing but love and support, because when they need you for other stuff, they got plenty of love and support then. When they need you financially, when they need you to help them find a job, when you throw in a barbecue and nobody got to bring that because you supplied everything down to the forks and napkins, everybody front and center then. But man, it's a shame. It's a travesty. It's a travesty that family, people you would think should love you in spite of, look for an opportunity to shit on you at any point.
A stranger will support you quicker than your family will.
Say it again.
A stranger will support you quicker than your family will.
And that's crazy. That's totally unfair. There shouldn't be any way possible that a stranger should ride with you. And that's funny you say that, because in my little league football days, man, I got dudes still right now. What's up, JR? I got dudes still right now, man, that I did youth football with, that, man, we collab like brothers. We call each other every other day or every other week. We got people that's moved out of town, but the relationship and the bond that we built goes far beyond youth athletics. Sometimes we can talk on the phone for hours and never even discuss football. We talk about family. We talk about our kids. We talk about our relationships. We talk about our failed marriages. We talk about how to be a better man to the women that's in our lives today. And again, man, it's crazy that, you have to go to those type of links, or that family members would go to those type of links and measures to discredit you. Hey, Fly Down.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We good.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You ain't missed nothing yet. We ain't jumped on the topics yet.
Okay.
I'm about to get on them in just 1 second. I was just giving my opening monologue as I do every week. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Like how your family attacked you more than what they love you and show support, and it's hurtful. Some of the people that it normally is who will attack you in those moments, and you've done nothing to them but try and support every endeavor, whether you supported them financially or you supported them just with your efforts on being there. But hey, who am I? I guess that's just a life thing and a life situation. That's Daisha, y'all. She hiding her face right now. That's Daisha right there. So tonight is gonna be my official ladies' night. I was hoping to have 3 ladies with us tonight.
If Denise wants to come on here, she can just send the ad link. We'll just add her on here.
Hey, Trinice, if you got time, you want to come on, you can send the ad link, hit the ad button, and we can add you from the Facebook side. We got Daisha on StreamYard. We got like 3 topics that we're going to touch on tonight. And I want these ladies firing on all cylinders. Daisha, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Daisha, 32.
I'm 34.
Janae, 34. And so I need a 50-something. I need some seasoned veterans around this thing to jump on here. The other lady that was going to join us, she her shift changed. And I forgot all about that. I called her earlier and she was like, I'm working nights now. So she couldn't come on. But I got you 2 lovely ladies, and I think this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be interesting.
Is Shauna on here?
No, she's not.
You're not?
No, she'll probably jump on in a minute.
Oh, no, I was seriously.
So we're going to hit off with our first topic of the night. So we're going to talk about intimacy. So when I told Di what we was going to talk about, she was like, that's interesting, because me and my husband kind of had that discussion. I had that conversation about levels of intimacy. So our first topic of the night is intimacy in a relationship. Intimacy in a relationship isn't always about the actual act of sex. Are there more ways to be intimate? And if so, what are they? And if you don't think so, if you think intimacy is the only way and sex is the only way with intimacy in a relationship, what you think about it? What you say, Doc? We're going to let you fire first since you the guest.
Okay. I honestly think that it's more ways to be intimate with your mate and not just sex. I can't just put my finger on it like exactly like the many ways that you can be intimate, but I'm sure it's more like a mental thing of intimacy. And that's something I love, the mental intimacy when it comes to my relationship.
Stimulating
So
your mind.
Ma'am.
Stimulating your mind.
Exactly. Not just always physical. So I really do believe that it's so many other ways to be intimate with a person other than just sex.
That's a good point. Janae, what you think?
I agree with her. It's always stimulating your mind. It's not always about the intercourse, about it all. Couple things, like couple workouts, couple massages, like doing things as a couple. You can do so much more as a couple and learn so much more about your partner, than just having sex all the time. If you can learn your partner without having sex, I think you've done a phenomenal thing. Mm-hmm. My thing is feed my mind and feed my soul, but do that without having sex all the time. It's so much more to that.
Yes.
But now, let's not get it twisted. I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with feeding your soul and feeding your mind, but the sexual side of the relationship is very, very important. Wouldn't you agree, Doc?
It is. Like the touch, you can touch without having sex. Rub me right. Kiss me right.
Hold me really, really tight.
Yeah. All of that.
She said really, really tight.
Yeah. If you know what my points are, what my peaks are, if you know the right spot to kiss me, the right spot to hold me, baby, we good.
So many.
Someone say on a spiritual level, on an emotional level. Yeah.
People change so much.
Say it again, Doc.
People change so much throughout the months, days, years, of your life. So it's like you can always get to know your partner more than what you think you know about that person. So
Yeah,
it's
you
like
can.
you can always connect with them in that way, spiritually, mentally, other than just sex.
Right.
Because
So
sometimes you can have sex with somebody or your partner, and then it be like way more other things going on. So y'all still don't have that like intimacy, that connection, even though y'all having sex.
God, check your mic.
Yeah, your mic messing up on us. We hear you, but you sound like you're in water. Say something.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, that's much better. That's much better.
Yeah, so like people change so much, so it's like you can never get bored, or nothing never really gets old, because people change like frequently all the time. So we can always communicate and get to know each other on a whole deeper level every time we turn around, other than just having sex. Because sex, you can have sex and it's still not.
Don't mean shit.
Yeah, it's just we just
It's
doing
just
it.
what it is. Sex.
We just doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like for most men, and here's what I think: like people, as you get older, like the mental side of a relationship. And I know both of y'all are 30-year-old women. Di's currently married, and you've been married. But for me, at 52 years old, man, like I want what I want when I want it, and it's not always sexual. From the standpoint of having sex. Sometimes it's about, like you said, about a touch, about a back rub, about, man, let's just lay here and cuddle tonight, or, I mean, different things of that nature, because you have so much. And here's what women don't understand. And that's why I try to always post about being a man's peace. And that's peace, Peace, not Piece. Be my peace when I come home from. As black men, we deal with so much on a day-to-day basis on our jobs. You know, for me, financially, we want to be able to give you, if I love you, die, if I care for you, the fact that I've married you mean I want to be able to provide and give you the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is when I come back into that realm at home with you, like, man, I don't want to come in here being a whirlwind and we cussing and fighting and raising hell with each other. Like sometimes the intimacy is just you walking out of the room in your t-shirt and panties saying, hey, baby, how was your day? Hey, that's a level of intimacy right there.
Mm-hmm. It sets the tone.
So sharing acts of creating things together. Yeah, no, stuff like that, Erica. You're absolutely right. What other
Being in tune with each other's wavelength.
Yeah.
what did Daryl say? Touch without what? What you mean, sleep? Touch without. Lily says so many ways to be intimate without sex. So name some ways to be intimate without sex, Lily, since you said that.
Say what you agree with.
Here go
The
Shed.
most intimate moment, coming home to peace and a warm home.
Yes, I agree. I agree. But Shed my age. Shed like 52, 53 right there with me. That's what women, a lot of women, I'll say that, I'm not going to say all, that's what a lot of women truly don't understand. Coming home to peace, coming home to peace is worth $1,000,000. That'll get you a few handbags of your liking, a few tennis bracelets. What's them bracelets now that all y'all like with all of the things? Yeah, them
The
things.
charm bracelets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll get you some of them. Man, I don't want to come home to you raising hell. Like, I just don't, man. I don't want you walking in to do the show with a bad attitude. Like she do all the time.
No,
She
I
walked
don't.
in tonight, got from. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like,
I'm tired. I'm
That
just
is a good feeling on both ends, to be able to just have that peace, in your home, especially having that peace. But in order to have peace, that means both parties got to be doing right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Hey, Miss Cheryl.
Yeah, but I mean,
Don't want to come home to company arguments. Need trust.
yeah, yeah. Nobody want to walk in the house to some bullshit. Not her, not you, not nobody.
Nobody.
You know, man, let's come home when them doors close. And I don't care where you stay. I don't care how you live. And I don't care if you're in $100,000, $300,000, $500,000 home. Bullshit and controversy is bullshit and controversy. Nobody want to come home to that.
Yeah.
I'm at a point to where, man, just hey, put me in a shack in the back in a man cave. I'm serious, man, and I'm cool. Like, I don't want to be a part of no foolishness. I don't want to be a part of no foolishness. And I just think as a wife or as a lover, as soon as you figure out what make your mate tick, like, man, grasp on that, love on that, hang with that, stay with that. I post all the time about my peace, Piete, got to be my peace, Peace. Like, I don't want a tumultuous woman, a woman who always in some BS, a woman who always got some crap going on, a woman who always on social media arguing with somebody, a woman who got you in the middle of some bullshit all the time. Here's the thing. Daisha got to mind Daisha business, because when you on the phone with somebody gossiping and her dude find out, and I talked about this last week, and her dude find out you talking down on him, or you, and now you putting your husband in the mix, because your husband ain't gonna let that man confront his gal.
True.
So that's why I try to tell people, man, keep your 2 cent ass comments to yourself. Sometimes when that friend call you vent and die, sometimes she just wants somebody to listen. She know her man ain't worth the shit. She don't need you to tell her that. I'm just Kevin Walker on what he said. I don't know shit. I'm just saying how I feel.
Well, I think at a certain age, all that should kind of stop anyways, you know?
It does. So I got a question, Di. I posted this on my page the other day, and it went something go wrong the M's of at 4 a.m. when you get that touch. Do you answer? When you get that back rub, do you respond? Or do you just roll up?
At 4 o'clock in the morning?
She laughing, so we know she responds.
No.
When you get that, babe, that whisper in your ear, do you answer?
No.
You don't answer?
I don't.
Your husband touch you, be like, babe, 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 babe.
4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
What? All right.
4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. In the middle of the night, it's just you with him. Y'all in y'all room.
Now,
if he bump you, be like, babe.
Just depending on how I'm feeling, something might can happen at 12. But 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm bound to tell him a couple of words.
Hey, I feel you. Exactly. When she posted, that's what I told her. I'm like, hell, I'm not a morning person. Don't wake me up that time of morning for nothing, ever.
Well, you know, for me, I got a house full of kids. So 4 o'clock in the morning, it's sleep time. Let's get all the rest, because by 6 o'clock, they might just be up.
Yeah, for real.
Gotta get it when you can't.
Now, my thing is, shit, hey, if your ass went to sleep horny, you knew you was horny before you laid your head down. You should.
You knew at 9 o'clock. You knew at 9 o'clock.
Exactly. Your ass ain't woke up at 4 a.m. morning. Or if you do, lay over there and satisfy yourself. How about that?
But you know what? I think that is possible to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So that's gonna take me to our next topic for the night. To toy or not to toy. So
it's a go at 4, 5 every morning.
They ready.
She just booted. That's all, no worries. Oh.
So now the toy industry is like a booming industry out there for sex toys. We know Candy Burris of Atlanta Housewife has her line. What's it called? Candy something. Anyway, Candy has her line. I'm not here to promote nobody's shit, but Candy got her thing.
The little thing off of TikTok that was made famous, the little rose
The
thing.
Yeah,
rose.
yeah, the rose, which ain't nothing but a reincarnation of the rabbit, because women have loved the rabbit for years.
What is the rabbit?
You don't know what the rabbit is?
No.
It's like a little small buzzer that you place right on your clit.
The okay, so I think I know what you're talking about, but we didn't call it the rabbit.
It's like a bullet.
The bullet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to call it the rabbit back in the day. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But I'm not gonna say it. Yep. Sometimes when the kids gone and we have peace and quiet, shit, I turn to him and be like, "Go wash up, bring your ass to bed." Okay. But yeah. So with the industry being what it is in the adult toy industry, and we know like porn is like $1 billion industry, period. I mean, people watch porn and it's $1 billion industry. It is what it is. Like, you can't deny the fact that sex sells.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so is not saying for you, but would you recommend people, women? Okay, let's say for example, I think your husband works out of town sometime, correct?
Yes, he out of town now. He on the other phone.
Okay, so here's the thing: with your husband being gone, and you reach a point of wanting satisfaction, to toy or not to toy.
So to toy or not to toy, I have nothing against toys. Me personally, I have never used a toy before, but I don't see a problem with it either because like you said, when my husband out of town, it can come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel like with toys, it also can like spice up your relationship. You can also use toys with your mate. You know, make it have a little fun. Not the same stuff over and over. So to toy or not to toy, I will go with
To each his
toy.
own, basically. To each his own.
Yeah, I will go with toying. Spice it up. Have a little
Yeah.
fun with yourself. Have a little fun with your mate. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
What you think, Janae?
To toy. There's nothing wrong with it. Keep it spicy. Something new. I mean, why not? Why not? I
So,
mean, sometimes you need that little extra push to push you over the edge.
Some
so,
women take
And that
some
goes
women
for
take a
men
long
too.
time, and that little toy might get them right.
Yeah. It
so,
may hold you till he come home.
so let me say this: when when AV was on the show, when Anthony Valerie was on the show, I think somehow women playing with toys, somehow that came up.
To be cheating.
Was it about cheating or something?
I think it's
So what about when a woman gets addicted to that toy? First off, it ain't nothing I can do that's gonna match what that toy can do.
yeah.
Cause that battery ain't gonna run down. My old ass gonna get tired real quick, fast, and in a hurry. So you forgot to say your part when I say I'm old.
You're not old.
Yeah, she always say, "You're not old." Like, no, nigga, I'm old.
You only as old as you feel and young as you feel.
Thank you.
I feel old. Got a
No.
bad back right now. Got a bad back. But so
That's from years of football.
that is from years of football. So basically, relationship speaking, that toy can't fulfill you to the level of what you want your man to fulfill. That toy can go above and beyond. But let me say this.
That level of intimacy from a man is something
But
totally different.
let's go back to what we talked about earlier when you talked about the intimacy being mental more so than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the level of intimacy has to be mental. Because yes, a dildo can replace your man's penis, but it's nothing like that other warm body loving on you and whispering in your ear and telling you how much he loved you in that moment.
Yeah.
There's
True.
nothing that can replace that. Other than two warm bodies, I take that back. I take that back. There is something that can two warm bodies whispering in your ear. I'm just saying that's just my opinion.
The toy has no soul.
And she said it's a toy. I disagree. What you disagree with, Erica? Yeah, that toy don't have no soul
Or feeling.
So yeah, but I would think personally, in that moment, it is one of those things to where me personally, I knew a female friend of mine went on a trip with her dad. Her dad's a pastor. They were going to visit her brother, I think, in another state. He was in the military. And so they were only going like for the weekend because he was being honored for something in the military. And so she just had like a carry-on. So when they ran the bag through at the airport,
How embarrassing.
they opened up her bag to check her bag, and she had a dildo in her bag. Well, here was my question. Why are you taking a dildo on a weekend trip and you sharing a room with your daddy anyway?
She might
You
was
go,
gonna do it in the restroom.
that's what I'm saying. You was gonna kill yourself in the shower?
They're not gonna always be there.
You know, you have those people that's like nymphos. They just gotta have it at all times. It don't matter
Yes.
where they at, who they with. They're gonna figure it out. They're gonna find a way. She must have to been one of those people.
Has to be.
But that is kind of like embarrassing. Like,
Weird.
Yeah, she said they searched her bag and they were pulling stuff out, like stacking it neat, and they pulled a dildo out and held it up and set it down. She was like, luckily my daddy had turned away to do something else. I'm like, what the hell? What was you thinking in that moment to even want to take that out of town? She said, there's a difference. It's a toy that has no feelings at all. I don't know. I've never used a toy. Well, how you know the toy don't have no feelings if you ain't never used one, Miss Erica? It's okay. It's okay you kill yourself sometime. But no, so
I
and so
think
here,
I think
go
sometimes
ahead.
it be like sometimes it just be like the moments. Like, sometimes you're gonna want and need that touch from the person, and then sometimes you just need to get it done. So
That's
when you just
true.
need that, you just need that relief. You just get that toy and get it done. And then maybe the next time that person will be there for you to give you the warm touch and the whisper in your ear. But right now, I just need my rose.
So let me tell you another funny story. So I'm on Barker Cypress at work. I have a bigger vehicle, so I pull up to the light. You pull up to the light, you have a tendency to look over. So I look over to my left. It's a lady at the light killing herself. I can't see what you can tell she's holding something by the way her hand is. And so she'd look up and see me looking. Bitch, I'm not looking away. I'm finna sit here and watch you as long as this light is red. And don't you better be glad somebody behind me. Because I'm gonna sit here forever and watch you do what you do. And she was looking like, what you looking at? What you think I'm looking at?
What is you doing?
I'm finna sit here and watch.
At the light.
No,
That's
that's too
like
much.
the couple that was the girl that was giving her dude oral sex at the light. She missed that touch. She couldn't
See,
wait.
that's different. But to have a toy and play with yourself in the car while you're driving, she
On her
needs.
lunch break.
Okay, so look, hold on, Doc. What about, have y'all seen that little device? I think me and Terry was talking about this the other day. There's a device with a remote.
The panties.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that you can get a remote. You can get a remote to your husband or mate, and they
My
play.
husband was telling me about those. He was like, "You want me to buy you something?" I was like, "No." Like, like that would be crazy. That just would
No,
be like,
that will be extremely fun.
it's like you gotta have some kind of thrill thing going on, like y'all like excitement. Y'all the couple that like to like sneak off in the restroom at the restaurant and get y'all one in. That's the kind of stuff you gotta be into when you do that panty thing.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know if I could do it.
Miss Lisa said she have a friend who says what, the panty thing?
She says she got a friend who sells them.
The panties, I'll be all you be moving and trying to keep your composure with the pennies. And I think because it go to like certain levels. Oh Lord.
being talking about zap that kitty. So what's wrong with a wife, girlfriend, or whomever? Y'all go out to eat dinner. Y'all leave on the way home. Here's the hard part for me. I'll be honest. Here's the hard part for me. It's hard to get head on the way home from dinner and then have to perform again once you get home. Me, once I get that head and you done gave me the
See, some
ultimate.
people you don't have to do that. Some people take that what just happened in the car, and then you get home. It's like, okay, we already did that.
It's gonna have to be we already done did that. I because I'm gonna get that shower and get my rest after that.
And say he need a back rub.
And say I need my back rub.
But it depends, some people can do that, like get that in the car, then get home and be right back. You ready?
Not old, Miss Lisa. He not old.
Yeah, I am. Now I ain't gonna lie.
In your younger years, you probably could have done it.
No, back in the day, I got credentials now. Back in the day,
back in your Owen days.
My who days?
Owen.
I was never a hoe.
Your extracurricular days.
Back in the day, hey, I go all night. We look outside, the sun coming up.
Not all night.
Time you had your butt.
All night. Man, we're not talking about that while you trying to throw slugs. You trying to be funny. Talking about, is that like the time you let the girl lick your butt? Nah, she caught me off guard. The girl caught me off guard. She caught me slipping.
But it happened twice though.
She caught me off guard both times. Two
So
different girls.
She was giving you oral sex and she just went for it?
Yep.
And he laid there.
The first time I just laid there because I ain't really know. I was young. I was
like. The second time he laid there too.
I was 19. I didn't know what to expect. She was 37 years old. I was 19. That really was rape.
You thought she was showing you some stuff. Like, okay, that's new.
I didn't know what she was doing, to be honest. I mean, I'm like, think about back when you was 19. That's a little closer for you and her than it is for me.
I don't think I want to do that.
So you didn't know half of what you know back then that what you know now.
No, I know way more.
So it would have been easy for a man to take advantage had you given him an opportunity, because you didn't know a whole lot. Especially talking about somebody 37 years old. Yeah. So a man that's damn near twice your age, which she literally was, yes, can easily. If that's just like me with a 26-year-old right now. She ain't got a chance in hell.
That 26-year-old might do some circles around you.
Nah, because I'm gonna touch every hole available. Her ass gonna be in trouble. Her ass gonna be in trouble. She gonna be in trouble. She tossed your salad. Really, Erica? But yeah, no. So, I mean, it's just, different strokes for different folks. For me, I'm the type of guy that's ultimately about satisfying the female I'm with in that moment. So I personally, this is just me, I don't think I can get emotionally caught up in a situation like with a threesome between me and a female that I'm with or a female I'm dating, because I'm mature enough in myself to know if I like you and I cut for you in this moment, this is just sex. This ain't got nothing to do with love. I ain't gonna change how I feel about you in the morning based on what we laying here doing right now in a satisfactory kind of moment, in the moment sexual thing.
I agree with you.
But so many, and I'm not saying all, but so many women have a hard time, drawing that line and separating. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, to any woman, young, old, whomever, and I know plenty of women, and I ain't throwing nobody under the bus because some of them be on here. Some of them are on here right now, that they enjoy themselves in that situation, in threesomes. And that's cool. Like, Kevin Walker don't have no problem with it whatsoever, because I can separate my sexual emotions, my sexual feelings from my real life, I cut for you feelings. What you say, Janae? Come on, say something, goddammit. Don't act like I'm on there.
You so I can cut it. Like, okay, so Di, your husband come home and he say, let's add a third party. But trust me, I got you. And you get to pick and choose. Would you do it?
No, hold on. Don't answer. Don't say nothing. Let's say you don't get to pick and choose because that's your husband. You gotta trust him. You gotta trust the fact that your husband got you and not gonna embarrass you or not gonna have nobody else in that bedroom that's gonna be out spreading y'all personal business.
Yeah. So with those type of situations, most of the time it's probably gonna be me calling my husband like, baby, did you see that girl? Go get her. Can we get that girl? Do you want that girl? Like we had a candy at a stove, picking out some clothes or some candy something. You want that one, baby? So I really can't say I can separate my feelings, like, in a situation, and I think my husband can too. I trust him enough, so I don't know. But a lot of people do. A lot of people are afraid to go that length in a relationship because they feel like, oh, maybe the man will keep going without her, or maybe the man will start liking the other person more, or maybe the woman, depending on how they doing it. I know a lot of people that's afraid or don't want to do it because of those reasons. But I'm with Kevin. I can separate. Me and my husband, we can separate. We have an understanding, and
And it's just about the moment. It's just about the moment.
it's
It's
just
not, it's
fun.
nothing else.
It's a lot of
It's
them that's not
fun.
even in tune.
So
I think most couples just have to sit down and really like discuss it, and have an understanding about it. And not just, some people probably can't just do it. It got to be like an understanding and maybe some rules even. It's,
so because there is a whole lifestyle, and I don't know how, that's what they say, the lifestyle. People who um on the regular have threesomes, go to orgy parties. There are safe rooms and safe shelters at these parties where if you just want to go and watch, you can just go and watch. You don't have to be involved. You don't have to be touched. You don't have to have sex. So they have these
Pandora
safe,
box.
huh?
Pandora box.
Yes. So with it being a whole lifestyle out there nowadays, for people to indulge in, enjoy themselves in, um, I'm just sometimes baffled and puzzled that you got people out here molesting and raping kids. Like, I think you got to be an awfully sick individual. First off, to look at a child and be able to get an erection speak volumes of your mental capacity.
Yeah.
Because if a child can get you to a point to where you're erect, it's already something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Then for you to act on your emotions and reach out and touch somebody's child, you got some of the hardest criminals that's locked up right now. They just don't play that shit even in the penitentiary with hardcore murderers. You don't fuck with kids.
They
Like,
quick to check your paperwork as soon as you hit the yard.
like it's just some sick motherfuckers out there that do all kind of weird ass shit. And man, I just think
I think it's an illness. I think it's an illness with
your
people like,
mic, check your mic again, Doc.
can you hear me now?
You sound like you're in water.
It's my area. It's the area I live in. The signal out here is so bad.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think
There
people
you
like
go.
that, it's an illness. They have an illness. It's something that they probably cannot control because it's like in their heads and their minds, it makes sense. It's right, and it's really not. Like they're really, they are really sick people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that it's like literally something that they can't control. I mean, I would never understand it, but I don't even know how do they get it. Like, is it something that they're born with? Like it's
For some
beyond.
people, it's a pattern. It's a pattern that they repeat. They were molested, so they molest other people. It's like it's an infatuation that they have that they built because of the simple fact that something is wrong with them. So they know a lot of people like they know there's something wrong with them. They know it's wrong to let a child be able to get them to that point so where they have fantasies about children. And for a lot of people, they've been molested, so they molest other people. It's an
That's
ill.
crazy to me, though. You would
Yeah.
think that if someone hurt them, they would not want to hurt someone else.
You
But
would think that.
But also, Dad, you got to think about it. That's more common in relationships and breakups. Hurt people hurt people. People say mean stuff or want to do mean things. When you break up with somebody, who the motherfucker busting out all the windows on your car? That nigga you just left. That's my name. Think about it.
it,
That's who's doing it because hurt people hurt people. I mean,
true.
that's been the mantra that I've learned and lived about forever. When somebody is hurt in the moment about something, they want to see you hurt the same way you hurt them.
Exactly. I just seen a post on Instagram that said, "I'm so bad with breakups. After 5 minutes of breaking up, I'm texting my ex saying, 'Hey, what's your cousin number that be looking at me all the time?'"
Toxic.
No, hey, that's real shit for real.
The one that's always staring at me like, "Really, we just broke up 5 minutes ago. You gonna text me and say, 'Hey, what's your cousin number?'" The one that be always staring at me all the time.
Ain't
I was
nothing
like,
wrong with, ain't nothing wrong with that. What's up? Is that a problem?
What?
yes.
Stay in the family? Absolutely. You done that before?
I don't know if I stayed in the family, but I messed with some homegirls of some homegirls. I
So
got a friend. I got a friend. I dated back in the day. Somebody came and told me that she was fucking with one of my homeboys. They saw her with him.
So you did payback?
So I went and messed with her homegirl who had been trying to get at me behind her back anyway. Yeah. Is that a problem, Dad?
it's wrong, yeah, but it happens.
It
But
happens.
it's wrong.
So Miss Felicia said she watched the podcast uh, today, and the couple decides together who the other person is gonna be, and they make it happen.
And it's not one side.
It's not one sided. Yeah.
Exactly. Communication. Have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just don't take it too seriously because it's really so supposed to be like to spice it up and have fun.
Exactly.
And some people they keep it going afterwards. They just don't stop. It's not a threesome no more. It's just you and that added person.
It's a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot say this word to save my life.
I was
What is
watching
it
the show
called?
one day and
Oh, Johnny say that's the best way.
I was watching the
Johnny.
show.
Yeah, she said Johnny said that's the best way that y'all should agree on that other party.
Yeah, I was watching the
That's
show.
her cousin. That's why.
Okay, it was a show. I was watching the show one day, and this couple they was supposed to be engaged to be married, and the dude had they he went and found somebody else that had a threesome. But the threesome continued, but the relationship continued outside of the relationship. So they had to go to counsel trying to see whether or not, are we going to get married because you and this person that fell in love, y'all have your own outside relationship. That happens a lot.
And
But
that's
some
why a
people
lot of
don't
people
know
are
how to separate the two.
that's why a lot of people are scared to do it because of those kind of situations. So,
I mean, if my dude come to me, he'd be like, if I had one, like, hey, let's do one, let's do this, let's do that. I mean, I trust you enough to not steer me wrong and not to come in me with like if the communication's there and everything is understood, I test the water.
mm,
I may dip in.
it's
Big
fun.
Ben say swingers. They're not called swingers, Ben. It's called the lifestyle. Get your ass up to date.
He's not. He's stuck.
So much has changed now.
It has.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know quite a few married couples, quite a few that host parties, that indulge. I mean, they live what they call the lifestyle. They live the lifestyle. I mean, it's what they
It's
do. It's what they
very
enjoy.
popular right now. It's very
Yeah,
popular.
Yeah, I mean, it's what they enjoy. It is what it is. I mean,
Hmm. What'd you say? Oh Lord.
what did he say?
Get the information so we can go to one of those parties.
Tell him I'm gonna get it for him too. Tell him I'm definitely gonna get it for him.
He laughing.
Hey, it's all about fun. I mean, you don't even have to indulge. You can go and watch and be comfortable in the environment until you want to indulge. You ain't gotta walk in and get butt naked. I got one of my homeboys on here right now that's watching. He just told me about one that he went to probably about a month ago. And he said, bro, it was some bad ass motherfuckers in that party, bro. He said, man,
Hmm.
it was some nice. He's like a couple of police officers, like some people like they talk about what they do for a living. I'm an officer, like
Yeah.
no big deal. Like everybody's doing it. Like it's like smoking weed. You know how no, you really how smoking weed used to be. Are you on drugs? Now it's like motherfucker, everybody smoke.
Everybody getting high.
Yeah. So it's like nobody hides who get high anymore unless they job don't allow them to speak on it publicly.
Hmm.
Then you can't be in public walking around talking about you smoke weed and you do this and you do that. But I mean, it's the same way with living the lifestyle. If that's the lifestyle you choose to live, hey man, if your mate good with it and y'all cool with it, man, that's the only motherfucker you gotta make happy or please in your life is the one you call your husband and your wife. Everybody else
Most
can kiss
times,
your
some of
ass.
the people that's might have something to say about it, they probably into it too. They just don't
Absolutely.
want to speak up on it.
Why Johnny said send her the info.
We gonna go, cousin.
She talk, she talk about, hey, your mama watching now. Look, your mama just got on. What do you want, Alice Lampkin? Yeah, she just jumped on. But yeah, Johnny talking about sending the info.
You'll be surprised at many people that condemn the behavior, but also participate in the behavior. But they got something to say. Who share their most precious treasure?
So that was a question somebody said. Who shares their most precious treasure?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Johnny say, sure is. She say she going.
Sure is.
You say we going, cousin? She say, sure is. Oh my God. Say, man, it's been nice. What time is? Oh, we got 3 minutes left. We normally only do an hour, die. It's been fun.
Shake.
Uh, man, thank you for coming on. I appreciate having you here tonight. I'm
Thank
gonna
you
have
for
to
having me.
have you in again when your husband back in town so we can talk to a full blown couple.
He'll be back on the 24th, so
So
y'all have
That's the
what
week
baby?
after.
yeah, we'll make plans to have both of y'all on one Wednesday night. Uh, have some fun with the show, man. This is all about having fun, opening some minds. That's her mama with the eyes. How much she looking? Uh,
What you looking at, mama?
yeah,
We gotta go back and watch this, mama. But maybe not.
no, man. But again, when your husband come back, I definitely want to have both of y'all in, man, so we can just again what we have called grown folks conversation on ladies' night. We
Okay.
talk, relationships. Sex gonna definitely come up because when you're talking relationship, you can't talk relationship without talking sex or intimacy and desires of the
My
heart.
husband would sure agree with that.
No, you
Oh,
really can't.
God. Tie or tape?
Wait, tie or tape?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay, so I have a thing about that. I don't like to be controlled. So you can't tie me up and take me down and all of that kind of stuff. But if I had to make a choice, I guess I go with the tie.
We go up the tie.
I guess I could let him tie me up, but he can't do it too tight. So when I'm like, okay, I want to tap out or something, he gotta let me tap out.
So is it all four, just your hands, just your feet?
Um,
That's all right. Don't be a mama. Hell, that's part of the show. Be a mama. Shit.
They didn't came out their room and they is just everywhere.
That's all right.
Oh, what's wrong? The crown with his cup. I
So,
don't know if I can do all four. Maybe
so,
just my hands.
so
We're gonna start off with the hands.
she posted tired tape. My personal preference, I said if I was going to do it, it would be tape because
Why tape?
that would leave you a little stretching ability to move your hands a little bit and maybe move your legs. But if you tied up with a rope,
But it's still a rope involved. Use something else besides the rope.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
hey, say that. We'll talk about that when your husband come back. Tired tape.
Time rope, baby.
Yeah.
He said rope.
Rope. Hey, look, thank y'all for joining us tonight on What He Said. That's our time. That's our hour. Thank you for watching. Thank for everybody for coming on. Hit the share button to share this. Share. Thank Daisha Wright and her husband for contributing. And we'll have them on at a later date together as a couple, and we'll talk couple shit at that point in time. For Janae, for Daisha, this is What He Said. I'm Kevin Walker. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good night.